guys, it's your girl T. So I wanted to come on here and talk about our favorite gay man who went straight, honey, Mr. Andrew Caldwell, Mr. AKA, I'm not gay no more, I am delivered. So now Andrew Caldwell is hitting the blogs, and basically he is running his mouth, honey, and spilling tea on somebody he had an affair with. So what's going down is that Andrew Caldwell did an interview with the Shake Up, and during that interview he claims that he slept with so many men and a lot of men that were on the DL, but he decided to spill the tea on one man in particular. And who was that one man that he decided to spill the tea on? He decided to talk about Kordell Stewart, aka Porsha's ex-husband, who was supposedly using Porsha to be his beard, who's supposedly on the DL and everything else. Andrew is messy as hell. I want you guys to go ahead and check out this quick clip of him talking about Kordell Stewart. Check this out and I'm gonna come back with the rest of my commentary.
Hello, my name is Andrew Caldwell. I bring you greetings to St. Louis, Missouri. I just want to let you know that you can be delivered from homosexuality. No matter what people say, you will come out of it. And I just want to tell you guys a little bit of my testimony that when I was a child, I always wanted to be successful. I always wanted to date the biggest person in the world. I always wanted to mess around with a pastor. I always wanted to be a first lady. But I went to a Kojic church. I was raised in a Baptist church. And I went to a Kojic church. And God delivered me. He set me free from my sins. And I heard a voice that said that, Andrew, if you don't come out of that, you're going to die in a heart attack. And I woke up that day, my chest was hurting. And I had a flashback and said, hey, God did say that. It was right after that dream. It was a dream. I thank my supporters, and I thank everyone that are following me at this time. Sometimes I read the comments that people are saying about me. Somehow it gets to me. But do I stay on Facebook and read the comments? Absolutely not. I have jobs. You know, I have things to do in life. I have to be successful. My job is to guide you to your footsteps. That's my job, to guide you to your footsteps. People that are fighting homosexuality, because I'm not going to pick other agendas. I was not a whore. I was not a homonger. You know, so that's not my job to chose. Now, when God finished up with me with the homosexuality, next I will move on. When God say it's time to move on.
Football players have you dated?
I dated plenty of football players.
Who?
I dated some in Atlanta.
Who in Atlanta?
I dated, Kordell.
Kordell who?
Yes, Kordell. That's Porsha. And like I said, when I saw it on TV,
Wait a minute.
So
wait a minute.
Did you know Kordell was married to Porsha?
I did know. I didn't know who until I started watching the show. And then when I watched the show, I was like, oh my God, no, she did not. Because I was that way too. When they broke up with me, I left and I started talking about them to people. And then they'll block their number and they'll try to stay away from you. Because when the money stopped and the bags and stuff stopped, I had everything that Porsha got. I had everything that everybody else had. I had bags, purses, cars. I'm in a Jaguar right now. Honey, did you see that Jaguar over there?
So why did you stop talking to Kordell?
Why? It was only a one-time thing.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah.
I
didn't know who it was at first because I shook his hand. Yeah, I shook his hand. I was like, oh my God, that's you. And we was at a bar. Mm-hmm. We was at a restaurant. And I was like, oh my God, that's Kordell. And they was like, yeah, he's a football player. I was I like football players.
Wow. So was Kordell your first football player?
No, I dated other football players too. I dated some of the Rams.
Not bad.
I don't have nothing against her. I just have something against gold diggers.
So
you think
Porsha was a gold digger?
I think she is a gold digger.
But she could think you were because you were sleeping with her.
Honey, we are both the same.
But she was white.
Who cares? She should know right. She said, I always wanted to be different. I always wanted to be the right person. Girl, you know your husband was gay. You know that, and there's a lot of these celebrity husbands are gay.
So how are you going to respond when Porsha says she didn't know that you were.
I would love to. You know, I actually like Porsha because I reached out to Porsha when this video came out. I have no response, and they respond back that she's arrogant. She's no one, honey. We're both the same. We're in the same boat. We both got money. We both got the same thing. I'm just not gold digger no more. She is. So we can sit down together again. Tell her if she want to have lunch, inbox me.
All right, so you guys just heard what Andrew Caldwell had to say. The whole situation is a mess, honey. I was just busy sipping my tea, watching that interview. Well, now Kordell Stewart is coming out. He's defending himself, and he's saying that he's straight as an arrow. He's not gay, and he has no idea who Andrew Caldwell is. Check out what Kordell had to say on Instagram, and I'm going to come back with the rest of my commentary.
If someone doesn't engage you in the way that you believe they should, then he was like, he's arrogant. He's act like he's above everybody. Like, no, I just don't want to argue with you about stupid shit. I just really don't have time. You know.
All right, so you guys just checked out what Kordell had to say. And to me, with this whole situation, it's a no-win situation for Kordell. Because as we all know, folks don't want the truth. Folks like lies. They like gossip. So my thing is this. If Kordell chose to not address this situation and chose to ignore it, then folks would be like, aha, he is gay because he's allowing a gay man to sit and slander him in the real world. But then now that Kordell's speaking out about it, folks are saying, well, why is he speaking out about it if it's not true? Why do you care? He's saying the South, the hit dog will holla. So like I said before, I feel like this is a no-win situation for Kordell. People are always going to think that this man is gay or bisexual because of all the scandals that has followed him over the years. But I also want to say this. I feel like Andrew Caldwell is just messy, and he gives a bad name to gay men and formerly gay men, whatever he considers himself nowadays. You know, my thing is if you're messing with somebody, regardless if they're on the DL or not, it's not everybody's business. It's no different than if this was a rapper going around talking about all the girls that he smashed and he started naming names. You know what I'm saying? It's no different when it's a gay person. I noticed that some gay guys get off on this. They get off on spilling tea about who they were involved with, especially if this was somebody on the DL. While I do not condone the DL lifestyle, I have no respect for people on the DL. I also do not have respect for folks who feel the need to, you know, spill tea on their sexual relationships and put it out there as far as who they've been with and who they had sex with. So to me, Andrew Caldwell comes off as messy. He's an attention whore, and he's clearly still gay, okay? And then he also comes off like he's jealous of Porsha. Like maybe he's mad because Kordell gave Porsha a bunch of nice bags and he allowed, you know, Porsha to go dig him and everything else, whereas he was just using Andrew for sex. Whereas Kordell was possibly just using Andrew for sex and nothing more. He sounds to me like a scorned lover, the way he came off, the way he was talking. But at the end of the day, regardless if this is true or false, folks are always going to give Kordell the side eye because he's been tied to so many DL rumors and the gay lifestyle for so long. But like I said, had he not defended himself, folks would have something to say. And now that he is defending himself, folks still have something to say. So it's a no-win situation for Kordell. So anyways, let's go ahead and get the discussion popping. Go ahead and leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts on this entire messy situation concerning Mr. I'm not gay no more. I am delivered. What do you guys think about his new revelation? Do you feel like him and Kordell messed around? Do you feel like he's messy as hell? Or do you feel like he's just looking for attention? And then do you guys believe what Kordell Stewart had to say? Do you feel like Kordell was being honest? Or do you feel like Kordell's just trying to cover his tracks? So let's go ahead and get the discussion popping. Go ahead and leave a comment. All right. Deuces. Hey, you guys. It's your girl T. Make sure to subscribe, like, and share my videos. You can also visit Lovelyti.com to purchase any merchandise. Also, don't forget to click the boxes down below to watch any of my previous videos. Talk to y'all later. Deuces.